Hello my conscious queens, welcome back to another video, and to my new subscribers, welcome. I'm so happy to welcome you to my YouTube community. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, commenting, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you. So today I wanted to do something different, because this is going to be the first video I upload after the long break that I've not been uploading. And today I really wanted to focus on being true and being authentic. And the reason I'm doing this is because going forward, I want to be completely transparent with you guys. And I also want to find my tribe. I want to find the people that I connect with and the people that my message is meant for. Okay. So having said that, if you are going to be triggered by anything that I'm going to be saying today, I just want you to click off the video. Okay, don't leave hateful comments in the comment section. Don't be nasty in the comment section. Just click off the video. Okay, I'm going to be talking about religion. I'm going to be talking about spirituality. I'm going to talk about my story a little bit, and how my story might be relevant to something you might be going through at the moment. And I just want you to listen with an open heart and an open mind. And like I said, if you don't like anything I'm saying, if you feel triggered by anything I'm saying, click off. Okay, just click off. My message is not for you. But for those of you who do listen and who do resonate with my story a little bit, and resonate with what I'm about to share with you, if you do understand and if you do have some kind of relatability, then I would say consider subscribing to my channel. And yes, let's get into it. So firstly, the reason I'm making this video is because I had a conversation with one of my teachers, one of my spiritual teachers, my coach, my mentor, my guru. I had a chat with her earlier this week, and we were talking about simplifying. And she was talking about simplifying her life and simplifying what she's been doing. And it inspired me to do the same. And also she pushed me to doing this video because I'm really nervous to be doing this. And this is something that I've never considered doing this early, I would say. And I'm actually glad that I'm doing it now, because I want to filter out who my message is really meant for and who is going to be receiving my message, so that I can move forward with the rest of my content knowing that whoever is meant for it will find it. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go way back. Let's talk a little bit about where I come from. So I grew up in a, I would say, lower middle class family. I come from one of those families where they're not religious, but they are religious when they choose to be. Okay, so Muslim family, religious when they choose to be. They use their religion as a weapon, to hate other people, to misuse other people, to manipulate other people. My parents, both of them, narcissistic, manipulative, controlling, all of that. My grandmother on my father's side, a total demonic woman, very evil, still to this day. I think she's like 90 or something like that, and she's still, conspiring evil strategies towards everything and everyone. And I was always forced into everything. And when I say forced, it was, fear was one of the main tools that my family and my parents used to control me and to control my siblings. Till this day, they still use the same strategy. They use fear to control us, to manipulate us, to make us do what they want. And going back to religion, so I went to madrasa. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's sort of like a religious school for kids. You go from, I think, the age of 5 or 6 until the age of maybe 15, 16. And it's like school. You go every single day after regular school, and you go and learn about your religion. And basically that's it. You just learn about your religion. And from a very young age, I remember I was about 5 or 6 years old, maybe 6 or 7. And we were learning about, our religion, Islam, and the history, and all of these things. And I had a lot of questions. I always had a lot of questions. I still have a lot of questions. I'm a very curious person. And I remember my teachers and my parents not really having answers for me. The questions I would ask were basic questions, but they would never understand it, which made me realize that they don't fully understand what they are teaching me. So that didn't make sense to me. Why are you teaching me something that you don't understand? If you don't understand it, how do you expect me to get it? How do you expect me to understand it? How do you expect me to follow something blindly that I'm not fully comfortable with, But again, fear. So they would use tactics like, you need to fear God. God will punish you and you will burn in fire hell and hellfire, and all of these bad things will happen to you if you don't believe. And if you are not, like, what's the word, loyal to your God, and all of these things. And it was just so much fear-based. It wasn't love and expansion and growth and evolution. It was fear, controlling, manipulative. And I don't know if that was just my experience. If you've experienced something different, please comment below and let me know. And if you experience the same, comment below and let me know as well. But it was always fear-based. And as I got older, I just completely stopped asking questions, because I realized that by me asking questions, I'm actually making everyone angry, because they don't have the answers to what I'm asking. And also because they are picking up the vibe that I'm not really connecting. My questions are not being answered. I'm not connecting, and that makes them angry, because they don't know how to make me do it anymore. How do they make me listen, make me do this, make me understand, make me believe? You can't make somebody do anything they actually don't want to do. And this has been going on from my childhood into my adulthood. And it wasn't so long ago, a few years ago, I'd say maybe 5 years ago, I had a conversation with my parents. I don't remember what exactly brought the conversation up, but I said to them, you know what, I don't believe what you believe. I don't resonate with your religion. I don't resonate with the message. I don't resonate with, what it teaches and how you are teaching me. And it just doesn't fit with me, and it doesn't sit well with me, and it doesn't make me feel good inside. So I'm not going to follow something blindly without understanding it, without knowing it, or even without wanting it, because I was rejecting this idea, and I didn't even understand why. I just knew that I didn't want it. And I was always drawn to, from when I was much younger, I was always drawn to, mythical creatures and fairies and magic and, witches, and this idea of life and life-giving and just, everything, expansion, the universe, astrology. I just wanted to know more and more about everything. And when I was about 10 years old, I found this book in the library. And there was one line in this book that I'll never forget till this day. And this book said, I don't even remember what the book was about, but this one line, and it said, when you want something bad enough, the entire universe will conspire to make this happen. And I was like, what? What is this? What am I reading? What are they talking about? What is this universe they are talking about? How does it shift and make things happen according to what you want? What is this? And later I discovered that they were talking about the law of attraction. And, I later studied the law of attraction. I'm still a student. I'm an ongoing student, and I'll be a student till the day I die. But I learned what it is and how it works and all the components that go along with it, and, just everything. And I started falling in deeper and deeper and deeper, and wanting to go deeper and know more and understand more, and just continue learning and growing and expanding. And that's what I've been doing. And it just felt so good. This felt soothing. This felt calm. This felt love, It didn't feel fearful at all. It didn't feel like someone choking me and telling me, oh, do this and study this and know this, or else, you know, you're going to burn in hellfire, and oh my goodness, you need to fear God and you don't have the fear of God in you. And it was none of that. And what was so magical for me is that when I saw things starting to happen according to what I've been learning and applying, but we'll get into that a bit later. I found this book and I read this quote, and everything just changed for me since then. Well, not changed overnight, but I mean, that started something within me to keep pursuing this knowledge. And, you know, it was later in my recent years that I found teachers and mentors, you know, to learn from and to study from, that helped me grow and evolve. Yeah, so I remember having this conversation with my parents, and I told them, you know what, I don't believe in what you believe, and you can believe that. That's fine. That's your idea. That's your prerogative. You do you. I'm going to do me. And they didn't receive that very well. They, you know, wanted to get these religious priests and imams and all of these people to come and pray for me and, you know, I don't know, exercise whatever demons inside of me that was, you know, causing all of this havoc. Anyway, that didn't work. I just told them, you know what, leave me be. I'm my own person. I was an adult. I was an adult by then, so they couldn't really force me to do anything. When I was younger, yes, they would force me. They would drag me along to these terrible events, you know, with all of these things, but they couldn't do that anymore. So I guess they were frustrated with that. In any case, let's fast forward to about 9 years ago. So I had my own business. I started teaching. I was tutoring maths and science. You know, I was tutoring maths and science to high school kids, and I was doing well, and I started my own business. And, you know, I made a lot of bad decisions. I wasn't ready to start a business. I didn't know anything about business. Long story short, the business closed down. You know, I lost my job. My job was the business. I lost my job. I lost my income. I lost my home. I had to move back in with my parents. And it was a total nightmare because I left home when I was very young, excuse me. I just turned 18, and I said, you know what, I'm out of here. Screw this, I'm gone. And I left because I just didn't fit in there, and I didn't want to be in that environment. I just knew that there was more outside for me if I was just open enough to receive it. And so I left, and things were going great for me up until that point, and I had to move back. And they were again bombarding me with all of this. You need to, you know, turn to God, and God is punishing you because you don't believe in him, and now he's taken away all of your money, and all of these things they would say to me. And, you know, it still didn't sit right with me. It still didn't feel like this made sense. It didn't. And, you know, I eventually left there, and, you know, I started from scratch, and I built from the ground up again. And I'm still building, and I'm still learning and growing. But it was about a year ago, and I was in an extremely abusive relationship. And I had my daughter, and I was in a very bad space, and I really needed to leave. I needed to get out, and the only place I could go to was my parents. I had no other people I could turn to at that time. And so I did. I went back home. And yeah, it was one of the worst experiences ever. I should never have done that looking back, but I did it, and it was for my own good. And you know, the abuse again started, and the manipulation and the controlling and the fear and all of those things started again. And I decided, you know what, maybe I need to work on my foundation, because I'm going to keep repeating these cycles, and I'm going to keep coming back to this place if I don't sort out my foundation. And that is when I decided to dive deeper into spirituality. I started studying like crazy. I'm still a student, like I said. And I started studying and understanding and applying all of this knowledge that I was accumulating, you know, from spirituality, and what it means to me. And, you know, back then I didn't know who I was. But when I learned and I was on this journey of self-discovery and self-improvement and growth and evolution, everything just started making sense. And when I started applying these strategies, and not strategies, but just applying the knowledge, magical things started to happen for me. And this year specifically. So it was March this year when my country went into lockdown because of COVID. And I was stuck at my parents at that time with my daughter. And one night my dad was choking my sister, and she was turning blue in her face, and she was freaking out, and I was freaking out, and I didn't know what to do. And my mom was encouraging him to, beat her up and abuse her. And, it was just a mess that night. And I said to her that night, you know what, pack your stuff, pack whatever you can manage to pack. We're leaving, and we're never coming back. And I made that promise to her, and I made that promise to myself and to my daughter. We're not coming back this time. We've been through enough. And I remember using the last money that I had saved up to book an Airbnb accommodation. And this was the only place I could find that was actually taking on people to live in the apartments, because it was COVID and all the places were under lockdown. We weren't allowed to move around without a permit, without a valid reason. People were not allowed to get people to stay in their places. So it was a miracle that we actually found this place. And I booked into that place, paid for it with the last money that I had. And I told her, it's fine. We're going to walk in faith. We're not going to walk in fear. We're walking in faith. And I believe that everything is going to work out. Everything is going to work out. And we did. And we moved out. We took our things the next day and we just left. And I've never looked back. Oh my God. I've never looked back. I've never been happier. I've never been more relieved. I've never been more calm. I've never been just in such a peaceful state on the inside. And I didn't know what we were going to do. I didn't know where we were going to get money for food or for anything. And it just so magically happened that things started happening. Things started falling into place. I was getting hired for jobs. I was working online and I was just getting jobs. People were just giving me jobs and giving me work, and I was just having work, and I was getting work, and I was getting work, and I was getting paid, and we were eating, and we were surviving, and we were living, and we were moving forward. And I started a spiritual practice while I was still living with my parents at that time. I started the spiritual practice about a month prior to that, and I just continued going with that. No matter what the circumstances were, no matter what my mood was, no matter anything, I just kept going. And I can honestly say to you that I still do that till today. And I think that has been my foundation. That has been keeping me going and keeping me strong until this time. Because since March, since then, we moved out in May. And since then, I've never been more prosperous financially, to put it that way. Everyone else around me, they're struggling. They are in debt. They don't have their jobs. They've lost their jobs because of COVID. Their families are struggling. People are sick and all of these things are going on. But for me, I'm like, I'm good. If I go to the shop, I can buy whatever I want. I don't even need to look at the price tag. If my daughter wants something, I can get it. I never need to say no to her. I never need to say no to her, no matter what she wants. Do you know what a feeling that is? Do you know how liberating that is? And I owe this all to my spirituality, I promise you. Because no matter what, you can go and you can study online marketing and you can study how to do this and how to do that and sell courses or do whatever you want. If you don't have that background, if you don't have that foundation that is, holding you strong, none of that is going to matter. None of that is going to matter. I'm not the best person out there. I'm not the best at what I do. I'm not, the most perfect person. But why is everything working out for me then? What is it? What is it? How is it possible that I can sit here financially confident, financially free, peaceful, happy, joyful. My daughter is happy and healthy. I'm happy and healthy. My sister is happy and healthy. My family is good. This is my family and we are good. We've got everything we need. We can have anything we want. And it's not because I'm special or because I have a secret. The only secret I have is that I tapped into the knowledge that was being kept away from me my entire life. And that is the knowledge of who I am. And tapping into that power, taking your power back, if you can understand what that means, your entire life will change. Your entire life will change. I've got a lot going on. I've got a lot of dreams. I've got a lot of goals. I've got a lot of projects I'm working on and things that I'm doing. But no matter what, my foundation will always be my spirituality, and I keep it strong and I keep building on it. I keep building on it. And I've never been happier. I've never been freer. And I'm not going to go into the details of it, but the reason I'm making this video is because I know there are some of you out there who are struggling, who are in a place of fear, who are in a place of desperation, and you are scared. You are scared to open up your mouth. You are scared to say what you believe. You are scared to step out of that box that they put you in. You are scared to say, you know what? I don't resonate with your religion. It doesn't mean because I was born into it that I need to carry it through the rest of my life. And it's a scary feeling. It's scary for me sitting here telling you that I was once Muslim because I was born Muslim, but I'm not. We can get into the details maybe in a later video if you guys are interested in it. We can talk about it a bit more. Let me know. But for now, what I want to say is that if you are in that place, if you are feeling like you are stuck, yes, I'm praying to my God and I'm doing this and I'm doing that and nothing is happening, and I'm believing but nothing is happening, then there's something not right. And if you feel inside of you that something is not right, if you don't resonate with this religion that you were born into, if you don't resonate with this fear that do this or you're going to burn in hellfire, or do that and do this and do this, if you are not resonating with that vibration, then you need to do what feels true and authentic to you. I'm not telling you what to believe. I'm telling you to do what feels good and what feels right to you, whatever that may be. If it means you need to learn other things, study other things, grow, learn, evolve, then do that. That's the only way you're going to know what works for you, and that you're going to prove these things and prove these theories, because everything I've read didn't just magically happen because I read it. I implemented it and then I saw changes. And when you see changes after you've implemented something and you see positive changes, that means it's working, right? So why would I not do what's working? Why would I not do what feels good to me? Why would I not do what makes me happy? Why would I not do what my gut is telling me to do? It's so easy for people to attack you and point fingers at you and say, yeah, you are bad, and how can you preach these things, and how can you say this, and how can you do that? It's all coming from a place of fear. If you don't understand something, you are scared of it. And when you are scared of something, it's our natural response to attack, to be on our defense. I don't understand this. Don't say anything further. I don't know what you're talking about. Get away from me. It's because you are coming from a place of fear. And fear has been the oldest trick in the book to control people. The oldest trick in the book. You want to control someone, use fear. The easiest thing to do. And we've been falling for it. We've been falling for it forever. And it's time. It's time. So this is my message to you. If you were still listening, if you haven't clicked off this video by now, maybe you're part of my tribe. And this is what I'm saying to you. If you feel like you don't resonate, and if you want to really open yourself up to a new world, give it a shot. Do what feels right to you. Do what feels good for you. If it feels good, do it. If it feels wrong, your gut will tell you it feels wrong. And then move away from that. Okay? Redirect yourself. Get on a different path. And it's going to be scary. It's going to be scary. I'm not going to lie to you. You're going to be left without friends. You're going to be, isolated from your family. You might be, disowned in some cases. And I'm not telling you to do anything that's going to put you in danger or that's going to hurt you. I'm saying follow your heart is what I'm saying. Dig deep inside you and understand who you are. And then do what your heart is calling you to do. Do that. I'm not telling you what to believe. Don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you to follow what I do. But what I'm saying is that my teachings, whatever I teach you on this channel and whatever I do in my life, my foundation is my spirituality. So you need to understand that before you follow anything, before you listen to, my ideas on what a high value woman is, or before you listen to what I think a queen conscious woman should do, or before you listen to anything that I have to say, you need to understand that it's all coming from a spiritual place. It's all messages that are coming through me for you. If you are watching any of my videos, there's a message in there for you. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. Just listen with an open heart and an open mind, and take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So, one of my teachers, she said to me that I need to find my message, and I need to find my voice, and I need to find my people, because not everyone is my people. I cannot speak to everyone, because not everyone will understand me. But I know there are a few of you. I know there are a few of you. Maybe you're watching this video and you're thinking, I've never resonated with my religion. I don't like the fact that it's fear-based. I don't like that I'm forced into things. I don't like, this or that or whatever. And you are scared because you've been conditioned to be scared. You've been conditioned to be scared. So it's normal and it's natural for you to feel scared. But what I'm saying is that fear is what's controlling you. Fear is what's controlling you. And if you are going to step out of that box and walk in faith, not fear, things are going to change for you. Things are going to change for you. And it's about feeling that fear and doing it anyway. Okay, like I said, don't do anything that's going to put your life in danger. If you have parents like mine that are going to beat you up, that are going to abuse you, that are going to abuse you financially, physically, that are going to do anything to put your life in danger, don't do it. Don't do it. Do secret things. Do things just for you. Don't let them know what you are up to. Don't let them know what you are doing. Don't let them know what you are learning, what you are understanding. Don't let them know anything. Do it for you. And when you are strong and when you are in a place of power and confidence, when you've reclaimed your power, then you can stand up. Okay? But for now, if you fearful because you don't know what's going to happen, if you're not going to have a place to stay, if they're going to kick you out, if they're going to do whatever, just be careful. Be careful. And when I look back on my life, I see how all of my experiences led me to where I am now. And I see how all of my experiences shape who I am and shape my message that I have for you. And my message changes all the time. As I grow, as I evolve, I've got more and new things to share. And it's such a beautiful place to be in, where you can change your own life and help others do the same. Because that's what I'm here for. I am here to serve you. I'm here to serve you powerfully. I'm here to help you. That's what I'm here for. That's my purpose. My purpose. I'm here for legacy. I'm here for, my idea of legacy is all the lives that I touch. I touch lives every single day. I get messages, I get emails, people sending me comments, telling me, this helped me, or that helped me, or your programs helped me, or I learned this, or I learned that, and thank you, and thank you, and thank you, and thank you. That is what fuels me. That I'm here from an authentic place, and I'm serving you. I'm coming from a place of service. And I think if you can feel that, and if you can understand that, you will know that that is your calling too. You've got a gift as well. Your gift is maybe hidden right now. You don't know what it is, but it's hidden In all of the things you are afraid to say and all of the things you are afraid to do, that is where your gifts are hidden. Because when you break out of that, when you manage to overcome, you can then teach others how to overcome, and you can lead your own tribe. That's what I'm all about. I'm out here building leaders. I'm not looking for followers. I'm not looking for sheep that's just going to follow me blindly, not asking questions, just following whatever I say. What do you say? Okay, I'll do that. No, I'm not looking for sheep. I'm looking for leaders, right? I'm building leaders. I want you to be a leader in your own pack. Okay? So that's what I'm here for. And that's what I'm doing. And that is my message for you today. And I don't even know what I'm going to title this video yet, but I do know that it's going to cause a lot of havoc. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. This is me. This is me unapologetically. This is me authentically telling you that this is who I am and this is what I believe. Whether you accept it or not, that's fine. That's fine. But this is me. And maybe in later videos, I'll get more into, the details of it and what I believe and all of these things. But for now, I just want you to know that this, when I say this, I mean spirituality, this leaving behind religion, leaving behind fearful ideas, leaving behind people, things that don't serve me, how that has changed my life. And this is my message for you today. So if you are in a place where you need to change your life, where things are not going right, and you know that there is more out there for you, then this is where I need you to start. Number 1, subscribe to my channel. If this resonates with you, subscribe to my channel. This is not for everyone, okay? And I am not for everyone. I know that I'm a bit much. When I get into being me, I am a bit much. So I'm not for everyone. Subscribe if you feel drawn to subscribe. Number 2, learn about you. Who are you? Ask yourself that question. Who are you? Journal every single day. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? What is my purpose? Why am I here? What is my calling? What is my message? What are my gifts and talents? What do I need to share with the world? What is my legacy going to be? What mark do I want to leave on this world? What do I believe deep down about anything, about everything? Get deeper into you. Get deeper into you. Learn about you first. Learn about the power you possess. Take back your power. Reclaim your power. Call all your power back to you. And then from there you can progress. Once you know who you are, everything's fine. I read this quote that said, once you know who you are, no one else can tell you who to be. So I want you to think about that. Once you know who you are, no one else can tell you who to be. So consider that, okay? Do that. Do this as your homework. Go and learn about you. Go and study about you. And then when you know who you are, look, it's an ongoing process. I'm not saying that after a week of journaling, you can magically know all the answers. It's an ongoing process. But once you discover and once you dig deeper and you go within, the possibilities are endless. So that's where I'm going to leave this today. Thank you for watching. If you're still here, I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.